Thank you, Pete. Can everybody hear me all right? No? Yeah? All right. Hold on. Now, when Pete first met me, he didn't know what the hell to make of me. He still doesn't know, but he kind of likes me. Lois told him he had to like me, so he likes me. He calls me, Pete, what do you call me? Where are you? I can't see.
Corrado.
Corrado. He says I look like Uncle Junior from The Sopranos. I don't see the resemblance. I don't know. I don't see the resemblance. But I'm only half Italian. I'm half Irish. Actually, I'm half Scotch, half ginger ale. But everybody thinks I'm Italian. In fact, whose Black Lincoln is that over there? That you? Nice. What are you doing down in an Irish neighborhood? Federal Hill's down the street. You're not Uncle Jimmy. You Uncle Jimmy? Get out. Pete told me about you. What are you doing hanging out with that undesirable? You're too good for him. Don't let nobody see you hanging out with him. But no, I'm not going to talk about myself. Tonight is the night to make fun of Andy. And when I've met him a couple of times. I was drunk the first couple of times I met him. And I really didn't remember him because he didn't make much of an impression. But I came down a couple of weeks ago to talk to Carrie. And I met him again. And I had to talk to her, and I had to get some dirt on him. So I come outside, and we sat and talked. I must have got a cramp. I started writing so much. I must have filled up about 10 index cards in about 5 minutes. All right? I didn't even realize what a loser you were until she started giving. I said, what the hell are you marrying this guy for? But first time I met him, I looked at him. I looked at the hair and the bare feet, and I said, Jesus. All right? All right, I said, he's got to be Jesus. But then I realized who his father was. And I said, there's no way Pete's raising somebody like Jesus. So then I took another look. I said, barefoot, long hair, dirty clothes. I said, hippie. I said, then I figured Pete and Lois did some drugs when he was born. And everything kind of fell into place. But when I first met Carrie, she said, okay. She said, first thing you're going to know about him is this. We call him the champ. Now, she doesn't call him that in bed. That's his nickname when he plays ping pong. All right? Now, I know he loves ping pong, she said. And who else are his ping pong buddies? She said there's a whole group of you. Anybody here? 1, 2, 3. None of you is an Asian. How the hell all you guys play ping pong and they're an Asian in the bunch? You know? And listen, I'm not prejudiced. I have an Oriental rug at home. You know. But, and she said he's got a dance called the champ stomp. Now, I fell down a couple of days ago. I can't do the champ. What is the champ stomp? Come up here and do the champ stomp. Oh, you got the ball on. He's got the ball on. What is it? It's a signature move you got. And do you do it when you win? What do? You do?
It's not really a move.
She said it's a move.
Maybe that's advanced.
She said the champ stomp. She said that's your signature move. I don't know if you do it when you win, when you lose, when you're waiting in line to go to the bathroom. I don't know. When do you do it?
It happens instinctively.
All right. Then she said, and she just kept going. She said he has a paddle that he's had since he was 14. He sleeps with it under the pillow. All right. And not only does he have that, he's got, what's the blanket called? He's got this blanket, and she told me all this, he calls it the Mex. All right? He's got a blanket with a hole in it, but the hole doesn't go where you think it does. It goes over his head. Right? And he wears it, he's like a Mexican superhero running around. He said he's had the Mex for years and years, and he was the original inventor of the Snuggie. Right? That's what he said. But the Mex is it's not PC anymore. You know, the Mexicans, they can't, they don't even have spick and span anymore. They had to take that off the market. Well, the Mex, I don't know, he's like a Spanish Linus. She said he walks around the house barefoot all the time, thumb in his mouth with the Mex. And now how many Pats fans do we have out here? All right? This guy falls asleep during Pat's games. Okay? And she said that was almost a deal breaker. She almost didn't want to marry him because of that. She said she'd rather him fall asleep during sex than during Pat's games. He has no interest in the football games and he falls asleep. So she kept going on and on. I'm like, why are you marrying him? She said, because I like his parents. And I'm going to collect a teacher's pension when he passes away. So I said, okay. Now, he also didn't just invent the Snuggie. He says he was the original inventor of texting. Okay? And I said, how is that possible? But I guess when Pete used to carry his beeper, he used to steal it. All right, and he used to have his bitches call him up or something, and texting the digits, and they call him back. So he said he was the original inventor of texting and the Snuggie. All right. Now you think if he invented both of those things, he could afford to wear shoes and get a haircut. And I mean, he's hurt my feelings now looking at him. I mean, I'm a retired barber, and I can't even stand to look at that. I mean, he takes longer in the bathroom to get ready than his fiance. Now, can I put this down for a minute? Thank you very much. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. But now, I used to have a beautiful head of hair like his. You know, not long and you know, woman-like. I almost said gay, but that's not
He had a ponytail.
Who had a ponytail?
The one who said my hair was gay.
Hey, you still got a nice head of hair. I'm jealous of both of you. Now, I used to have a beautiful head of hair. Now it's all in my nose. All right? I never planned on getting this bald, okay? I woke up one morning, I looked in the mirror, I seen an ass with eyes staring back at me. I don't know whether to wash my face or wipe it. Now, she also told me, I mean, seriously, you would have made a good hippie. She said because he only wears shoes when he has to. As soon as he comes home, there's a pile of shoes. Just wherever he walks in, pile of shoes. You step over the shoes, and then there's a little ping pong paddle under the pillow. I mean, really strange. And she said, he never pees in the house. Never pees in the house. Never misses a chance to piss outside. She said, my backyard smells like a nursing home. And I said, but I don't get this. I mean, you would have made a phenomenal hippie. Barefoot, long hair, and not using indoor plumbing. I mean, where did you come from? I mean, was he adopted? I mean, if he was, I feel very bad, but wasn't there a few more to pick from? No, but he's a good kid. He's a teacher. What do you teach? Really? God bless you. You make the kids run around and set up the cones and all that? Huh? God bless you. I wouldn't run if my house was on fire. I actually do. I have 3 exercise tapes at home that I do. I got one Angela Lansbury, one Estelle Getty, and one Milton Berle, which will tell you why I'm in the shape I'm in. I do them every day. Every day, sometimes twice a day, and look at me. All right? And I used to be an active kid, I got to tell you. I mean, I used to play hockey for a couple of years. I played baseball a couple of years, basketball. Then I joined the bowling league, and that was the beginning of the end. I haven't picked up my feet since 1987. But, and like I said, I did fall Sunday night, but, you know, good news, Danny, I didn't spill my drink. All right? I felt pretty good, too. I went right down, but I must have, in midair, switched hands and fell on my right foot and didn't spill the drink. It was in my left hand, so. And I'm not an alcoholic, I'm a drunk. Some of my friends are alcoholics. They wanted me to join AA with them, but I can't climb the 12 steps. So, now, who else teaches here with Andy? Anybody? Any teachers? I know I was sitting with a few of them. You guys, you all teach in the same school? But let's give the teachers a round of applause. I give them a lot of credit, because I wouldn't have any patience with kids. I work with old people, as you can tell. That's where I get my clothes. I wait for them to pass away, and I get their clothes. Huh? All right, what size are you? Huh? You got any clothes like this? Now, see, you're going to have a lot of patience to work with kids. I work with elderly, which is, it's a lot easier to deal with. You know, I work with Alzheimer's. I can tell the same jokes every day, and I'm a smash. You know, Alzheimer's patients, they can hide their own Easter eggs. But the one good thing about working with Alzheimer's is if they don't laugh at your jokes, all you're going to do is put Vaseline on the tips of their walker, and boom, they're out with a busted hip for about 6 months. They should have laughed at my jokes, bitch. But, you know, hold on, I need to go sip. My doctor told me I have to drink so I don't get dehydrated. Now, I gotta say, Carrie is a nice girl. Who's your father? Wait, is he here? She's a very nice girl. Even though I only met her for a few minutes, very nice girl. Too good for him. But very nice. I mean, they make a nice couple. And trust me, I mean, she's a very nice girl. Compared to some of the girls I've been with some I mean, look at me. What kind of girl am I going to bring home? Seriously. I used to go with a pretty girl, but she was very bow-legged. Every time she sat down, it looked like somebody stole a cello. Then I used to go with a nice girl, very pretty too, but a nice girl with a hump on her back. And I enjoyed going with her because when we danced together, I had a place to put my drink. Then I used to go with a girl named Margarita. Ugly girl. You couldn't kiss her unless she had salt on her lips. I had to get rid of her. I started to get high blood pressure. Then I went with a little tiny midget girl. You know, she had no legs. She said just an ass on shoes. She was like a Mr. Potato Head. She had the two little blue shoes sticking out and the compartment coming out of her ass. And I enjoyed going with her because the whole time I was with her, I always remembered where I put my car keys. And then one winter weekend I got drunk and it was cold. And I went with a fat girl. And I'm not going to lie to you, she was fat. All right? Fat. It was like having sex with a bouncy house. And she had rules. You had to take off your shoes, and you could only invite 2 or 3 friends to go on her at a time. It wasn't my best weekend, you know. I mean, she was so fat after sex she smoked turkeys. It blew her nose and gravy came out. But I got a nice lady friend now. Very nice. She's 5'11". It's like climbing a tree. When we dance together, it looks like I have 3 heads. But she's not young anymore. She's old. I mean, she's so old, her vagina's got mice. Her vagina's so old, it remembers where it was when Kennedy got shot. But she's good. She doesn't like to go out. She's the easiest girlfriend I ever had. All I got to do is go over and turn her every 2 hours so she doesn't get bed sores. And they just came over not too long ago. They put railings up on the sides of the bed so she doesn't fall out. I love having relations with her now. I'm like Mary Lou Retton on those friggin' things. You ought to see my dismount. But she's good. I can't complain. I mean, she's very, very good. Excuse me. I got so much gas, Arabs are chasing me. Excuse me. But like I said, she's old. I mean, I just had a thought. Just see, I've been hanging around with her. For Valentine's Day, she gave me osteoporosis. Now, I must have caught Alzheimer's from her, too. But I was talking with the doctor, and the doctor said, well, what did the 2 of you use for birth control? I said, nudity. Don't worry, you're a few years from that. You know, you kids are still young and in your prime. You don't need pills to get anything up or down or nothing. So just enjoy it. If you don't have to go to the doctors, you know, which reminds me of a joke. Can I tell one joke before I go? There was an old couple, and Danny's heard this one. Danny's been around a while. He knew the Dead Sea when it was just sick. Now, an old couple goes to the doctors. They go into the doctor's office, and they says, doctor, they said, can you watch us have sex? He said, okay. So they did. And then this went on every week or so. So finally, after the 3rd week, the doctor said, look, he said, you people come in here, once a week, he said, and you have sex. He said, what is going on? And he said, well, doc, we're having an affair. They said, we can't go home to my house because my wife is retired. We can't go home to her house because her husband is retired. Hotel charges $80. This way we come here and Medicare pays for it. So now I bet you can't wait to get old. Danny, what kind of insurance you got? Does it work for you? Huh? Good for you. I can hardly pay on my shoes, so I don't even bother going to the doctors. So now, does anybody, because I got to get back to making fun of Andy, because that's what Pete told me to do. Anybody have any funny Andy stories? Somebody's got to. Nobody's got nothing? I mean, just looking at that hair, I mean, he just looks like one of Charlie's Angels. I mean, when you go running, when you run in the gym, do you every once in a while just stop and do this? Do you have the kids? Can you hold this for 1 second? I can't. That's a bum foot. Do you have the kids just following you and then they just stop and they just do that? You do, don't you? How much conditioner do you go through a week? Seriously. Shampoo, conditioner. I give you credit because it's beautiful hair. I mean, I want to take you dancing now. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, I'm a little excited. I think it moved. All right? And that's like Groundhog's Day. That only comes up once a year, so, you know. I'm just kidding. Nobody has an Andy story.
I got one quick one.
What do you got? What do you got?
One of the mothers.
You can say it. Go
One of
ahead.
the mothers in our school last couple of years ago.
Yeah. Soccer mom. I love soccer
Head
mom.
over heels, all right.
Yeah.
He's swooning every time he sees it. Says he looks exactly like a 1970s football player. That's all I know.
So wait, he was swooning over the mother, or the mother was swooning over him?
Mother over him.
And said he looked like a 1970s football player?
That is, yeah.
Who? Does she still come in? Yeah? Why'd you do something about it? Something wrong with her? Was she ugly? Send her my way. That's why God made light switches. I don't care what she looks like. Ugly, old, young, buck-toothed, it doesn't matter. I went with a buck-toothed girl once. Huh? Who else has got an Andy story? P, you're gonna have something. You got nothing. No, why are you so shy tonight? Most nights we gotta throw you out of here. And tonight you're sitting there quiet like a bump on a pickle. But I don't want to insult you too much. Like I said, when I first met Pete, he's like, "Who the frig is this guy?" You know? And like I said, he still thinks that, but he kind of likes me now. You know? And I appreciate him letting me come up there. And I enjoy talking. As long as I'm talking, I know my heart's still beating. So now I know I don't have to go back to the doctor this week for a physical. So, you know. But nobody in this room has an Andy story. You look like Chips right now with the glasses and the thing. All that's missing is the motorcycle. What do you got, Richard?
I got Andy.
He's got an Andy story.
You know, Andy, he came from humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings he came from.
And there wasn't a lot of money in the family. And when he was a baby, if he woke up and didn't have a hat on, he didn't have anything to play with all day.
Now, can I steal that joke? That's good. That's good. John, you better write that one down. That's good. Richard, I'm going to steal that one. He's got one more. He's got one more. Go ahead. What do you got? What do you got?
One more story about Andy going to school.
Andy going to school.
And every day he would walk by this house, and there was this old lady working in her garden. And she would go, "Hi, little boy, how are you?" And she would wave her little finger. And this went on for about a week. And then one day Andy said, "How come you go, 'Hi, little boy,' and wave your little finger?" And the lady says, "Well, you're about 5 years old, so I figure your penis is about the size of my little finger." And Andy said, "That's not very nice. Do I go, 'Hi, old lady'?"
That was good. Let's give Richard a round of applause. That was good. Now, you do know I'm stealing both of those jokes. I got to do a show on Saturday night, so I'm definitely going to steal both of those jokes. In fact, my friend John Parrott is here. He's the one responsible for starting to get me into comedy. He's from the Comics Union. He's here to make sure I do the job thoroughly. You know, if I don't get enough laughs, I'm out of the union. We got one more. Go ahead. Look at this. You want the mic?
One more joke. When Andy was a teenager, he was a starter at Midville Golf Club. And two ladies came out one day, and they teed off, and they got to the first hole, and they come running back, and one of the ladies is screaming, "My girlfriend Jessica stung by a bee." And Andy said, "Where?" And they said, "Between the first and second holes." Andy said, "She must have been standing right over the hive."
Andy, do you get that one, or do we have to draw you a picture? I'm stealing all three of those jokes. All right? I wish Danny had a pen right now. I'm going to steal all three of those jokes. Those are good jokes. Beautiful. You're all right. I got to do a show Saturday. You want to open for me? Huh? Beautiful. That's right. Who knew you were that funny, see? It's always the quiet ones you got to watch out for. That's 3 good jokes in a row. Yeah. So Don Johnson, are you having fun? One more. Pete, can you do one more?
Yeah, then shut him off.
All right, one more, and then you shut up. Johnny Lou just gave me the nod. He said, "You're getting the hook out of me."
This woman, this is a joke, and this has nothing to do with it. But a woman goes to a store to buy some tennis shoes. And it's a very hot day, and she doesn't have any underwear on. And she's trying on the shoes, and the salesman looks up and says, "You know, honey, I would like to fill you full of ice cream and eat you all day." And the woman says, "You know something, sir? I'm going home and tell my husband, and he's going to come down here and punch you in the nose." So she goes home and tells her husband, and her husband says, "There's 3 reasons why I'm not going down to that shoe store. Number 1, you have enough tennis shoes. Number 2, I told you not to go out with no underwear on. And number 3, I'm not going to fuck with anybody that can eat that much ice cream."
That's all right with me. But Pete said we're gonna shut you off. Pete just come over and he said, "My clothes will be back in style by the time you're done with your joke." So, very good though. Let's give him a round of applause. Give him a nice hand right across the mouth. Very good. I'm gonna steal off all of those jokes. But if they go over as well as they did tonight, I'll send you a check. And a couple of green stamps. All right? And maybe this shirt. All right? Because Al don't need it no more where he is. All right? Now, I told you I get my clothes from dead people. And I do. I'm not going to lie to you. And I wish the obituary was written a little different. Would help me out a little better. You know, Joe Harris, 91 years old, passed away. Leaves behind a wife, 2 children, a closet full of size 42 polyester jackets, and a beloved pair of white shoes. You know my ass is going to that wake. Right? Now, the way I gotta do it now, it's a little awkward. I go into the wake, everybody thinks I'm saying a couple of Hail Marys and a couple of Hello Dollys at the casket, but I'm not. I'm there with a tape measure. I'm measuring to make sure the jackets are the same size. I do. I got a few friends down Honolulu, and they hook me up. I'll go in there, they put some clothes on me, I lay down in the next room. If they like the clothes, they put them on the stiffs. If they don't, I walk out with a brand new suit. Then I go to Danny's tailor, they end up stitching it back up the back because it's all unstitched, you know. But this is what you gotta do when you're on limited funds, you know. Huh? And he don't need these clothes anymore where he is, let's put it that way. You know, I used to have money, but those days are gone now, you know. I met a kid, I was down here. I was down there having a drink, and because I look so old, I mean, how old do you guys think I am? What? Somebody told you. Or you look like Einstein with that hair, so I gotta say, you figured out my age and the theory of relativity. Huh? Are you a teacher too?
I'm in between teaching jobs right now.
All right. Well, good luck. Hope you find one. But yeah, I'm only 36. I know I look a lot. I look a lot older. I don't know if my mother did drugs while she was pregnant or just watched the movie Cocoon a lot. But here I am, and it seems to work for me. You know, people help me across the street. You know, they let me ahead of them in line. Especially when you wear eyeglasses like this and my sunglasses. Have you seen my sunglasses? Huh? They're huge. Thank you very much. Sure. I got to split with you and Richard now. Now, look at these things. And these literally open doors, okay? I mean, I look like something that came off the Starship Enterprise. I mean, you guys play ping pong. You watch Star Trek? No, you're not geeks like that? All right, good, because I was going to have to kick your ass. No, I do. I look like a retired welder with these things. But if I'm a little short of cash, what I'll do is I get myself a dog and a cup full of pencils. I go sit in front of the market for a little while and make a little money that way. It beats my last side job I had. I used to give hand jobs down the bus station. I had to give that. In fact, the doctor diagnosed me with Parkinson's. I used to get a few done at a time. So I mean, I was in and out of there, but you know, this is one of Danny's jokes. I had a job at the zoo circumcising elephants. The pay wasn't much, but the tips were enormous. Is that one of yours? Yeah, I thought so. But no, did everybody have a good time here tonight? A nice time. You had a nice day, a nice crowd. Hope you made a little bit of money. I'm going to donate this shirt to the raffle. Did everybody buy raffle tickets? Anybody need any more before they do them? 3 for 5, 10 for 10? You got a story or you need tickets? Or you got to go to the bathroom? What do you got? A round of a lot of teachers. You're raising your hand. What'd you say? You need tickets? Okay. Anybody got any raffle tickets? We need some raffle tickets over here. Anybody else? It's 10 for 10, right? Yep. 3 for 5 and 10 for 10. There's the gentleman that used to have a ponytail. What'd you do with it? Hey. Did you? God bless you guys with hair. Seriously, because I used to, mine's gone. It's never coming back. You know? And I don't have Uncle Jimmy's looks or Uncle Jimmy's money, so I can't get by like that. So I gotta stick with comedy, which, I don't know, after tonight, this might be my last show. I don't know. Pete's over there with the hook waiting to take me off. I know. Richard stole it. You've been drinking my drink all night. So, right down here, Danny. With the dark hair. Now you know he's jealous of you. But at the end of the night, me and Danny, we're going to put our two heads together and make an ass out of ourselves. But, Pete.
You're done?
Well, anybody else want me to make fun of? I asked for the list. You know, I went through everything Carrie told me to do, and I don't want to make fun of him too much because he is a nice kid. He's a very nice kid. I don't know how he came from Pete, but must got it from Lois. Lois is your stepmother. Huh? Lois is his stepmother. Oh, well, I don't know you. Nobody tells me these dynamics.
We don't share our secrets.
Well, I saw the hair and I just figured, hey, you know. You keep that hair as long as you can. And when's the wedding? Well, good. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Many happy years ahead. And thank you for letting me be part of this day.
All right, do we pay him? I was going to hire him tonight. Everybody, either I can give the money to the bar and we can all have another drink, or do I pay him? What do you guys think? Throw him up! All right, let's hear it for Brian, guys. Hey.